Then corporation tax, this is the tax we are paying after calculation of the profit, so less corporation tax. Okay, we have to pay. Now let's start working on each. Okay, and we have to include the additional information also. Now first one is there is 1 month's interest owing on the bank loan. So let's calculate here bank loan interest. Okay, bank loan interest is 27,500. So let's calculate the bank loan interest. Okay, here bank loan interest, bank loan interest, annual bank loan interest I am going to calculate. So that is what needs to be paid irrelevant of how much you paid. Okay, so it is saying 6% of 500,000. So 6%, that is equal to 6% of 500,000, that is equal to 30,000. Okay, 30,000 is the bank loan. Okay, 30,000 needs to be paid, and but if you see that here they have paid only 2,500, which means okay, expense, interest payable or the liability, it becomes current liability, expense. Okay, so it becomes a current liability, owed expense for interest. Okay, where you were to prepare the financial statements, then you need this. So as of now you won't need this information, but it's a knowledge. 27, okay, 27,500, so that is going to be equal to 2,500 is an owed expense, so it will appear in the current liability section. Okay, it's going to appear. Now the bank loan interest, then interest on debenture, annual interest on debenture, let's calculate that. So this is the bank loan interest. Okay, bank loan interest, let's go and put it here. It is 30,000 pounds, so 30,000. Okay, 30,000 is a bank loan interest that needs to be paid. Okay, this year. Then you have the interest payment on debenture are to be made in equal installments. Okay, so they are paying in 2 equal installment, one in the March and one in September. So the September it is outstanding. They are saying let's calculate the interest, annual interest payment for debenture. Okay, for the debenture. That's going to be equal to 6.5 percentage of the loan given, 6.5% of 900,000. 6.5% of 900,000, that is going to be equal to 58,500. 58,500. Okay, now they are paying in 2 installment, one is in the end of March, okay, and one is in September. So in the March the total interest payment is around 58. Whether they are going to pay in equal installments or 2 installments, it is 58,500. So you will have to write it here. But what will become as a owed, this is a current liability is 58,500 divided by 2. Okay, that is going to be equal to 29,250. So 29,250 is been paid. Okay, this has been paid in March, so that is what is going to be getting reflected here, but the September is outstanding, so this becomes a current liability because it's an owed expense. Okay, owed expense and is a current liability. Okay, you need to pay within this year. Okay, that is what it shows. So the 29 to 50 will become owed expense. So now this is a financial, okay, financial cost. So let's calculate these two, okay, because there is no other financial cost. So let's calculate the total financial cost. So 30,000 plus 58,500, that's going to be equal to 88,500. Okay, 88,500 is the financial cost, and you can go and fill it up here. Okay, financial cost, which is 58,500, 88,500 pounds. The next one is, okay, here let's calculate the cost. Then what is the additional information we were here? Electricity is to be apportioned. So factory, it is 30% of, let's calculate the electricity, okay, for the factory given here. It says 30% of the amount given for electricity. Amount given for electricity is 212,000. So that is going to be equal to, so 30% of 212, it is 63,600. 63,600. Then they have given electricity head office 30%. Okay, again it is 30% of 212 for the head office electricity expense. So let's write it here. The same, so 30%, so it is going to be equal to 63,600. Okay, so the head office also has its electricity expense, it is 63,600, and shop, it is 20% of 212. For the shop electricity, it is 20% of 212,000. So that is going to be shop electricity. Shop electricity is 40% of 212. So that is going to be equal to 84,800. So 84,800. Okay, shop electricity. Then you have the factory buildings are being depreciated over 50-year life using the straight line method. 10 years depreciation has already been calculated up to date, it's over. Now the depreciation for the present year needs to be calculated and entered into the books. So which means for the remaining 40 years you have to calculate the depreciation and you have to maintain in the books. Okay, so now he has said that this is the carrying value. So carrying value. So let's calculate here factory building depreciation. That is going to be equal to, so the carrying value is this much, 56,800, 56,680,000, 5,680,000. Okay, for the remaining 40 years, that's going to be equal to, so that is equal to 142,000. So that is 142,000. So this is the factory depreciation. Okay, factory depreciation is 142,000. So let's write it here. It's the cost. So 142,000. Then you have the additional information. An invoice for the fuel for motor lorries 21,000 had not been entered into the books. So the fuel for motor lorries, we can see that the fuel for motor lorries, okay, it's F, it's appearing in the fuel, it should appear in the motor lorries or it should appear in the fuel for motor lorries. Yeah, it is 124,000 plus 24,000. It's still owing and it has not been entered in the books. Fuel lorries will appear in the fuel for motor lorries will appear in the distribution. So go and write it here. So 124,000 plus 21,000. So that value is going to be equal to 145,000. So it is 145,000. Okay. So that's the information they have given. Then gas has to be apportioned. Factory is at 75%. Okay, 75% of the total cost is 820,000. So that much you have to include as an expense in the factory. So 75% of 820,000. So that is going to be equal to 75% of 820,000. So that is going to be equal to 615,000. So 615,000. Okay. Then it says head office, it is 5%. 5% of in the head office also they are using the gas. So that is going to be 5% of 820,000 of the total expenses. So that is going to be equal to 41,000. Then you have shops, it is 20% of 820,000 for the shop. Okay, the shop gas is being used, it is 20% of 820,000. So that is going to be equal to 164,000. Then it says in closing inventory we have to include 89,000. So closing inventory opening, and this is less the closing inventory. Okay, less closing inventory which is at 89,000. Then you have marketing paid in advance. 32,000 was paid advance. So but only this year's marketing expenses has to be included. So 324,000 minus 32,000. So marketing, okay, it was included here in the distribution, minus 32,000. So the remaining, okay, which was expense paid in advance becomes an other, it will come under the other receivables. Okay. So it is 292,000 alone you have to include. Okay, it is another receivables. So it is a current asset, it expense paid. So it is the extra 32,000 becomes current asset. So then this one will be equal to 292,000.